So in the video, the kendoka, he had a hard time with the shin attack, right?
That's right. So if I can ask Baptiste to strike my sune, okay. Okay, it comes at you very quickly, like that.
Do you know it's coming? Do you feel like it's coming?
Yeah, well, I'll show you how to avoid it.
Okay.
Because your opponents are coming in on attack. There are two ways really to avoid it. Baptiste, up and down, man.
What happened there?
I avoided it. It's called nukiwaza, or avoiding. Or let's do it again, Baptiste, if you can do it slowly. Okay. Up, and then man, or snare, whatever I want to strike. Or I can block it as well. So if he comes for my snare, bang, I can block it here, and then I can follow it up with a counter-attack in any one of these targets. So that's how you avoid this very effective technique in Naginata.
Right. So what do you say is important in avoiding the shin attack?
The important thing, excuse me, Baptiste, is you have to really move your foot out the way quickly. If you're too slow, he's going to get you. So you've got to be quick and snappy and light on your feet. Hey! Woo!
There we go.
Like that, okay?
Wow, that's cool.
Hey.
Ooh, okay.
And that's why kendo people always get beaten against Naginata.
That's right. So now let's see some action from the All Japan Naginata Championships, which featured some young female experts.
At the All Japan Prefectural Naginata Tournament, teams compete to be Japan's #1. More than 200 female practitioners from all over Japan take part. The event is divided into two separate disciplines: competitive matches and competitive demonstrations. For competitive demonstrations, participants don't wear protective clothing and are judged on a prescribed set of skills. All demonstrations are performed in pairs. Competitors are judged on numerous elements, including posture, vocalization, breath control, harmony with their opponent, and the accuracy and dynamism of their strikes. Competitive bouts contrast significantly where participants wear protective clothing and actually land strikes. One-on-one matches are fought between teams of 5 members. A point is scored by landing a firm hit to a designated part of the body. The first person to score 2 points is the winner. The appeal of Naginata lies in its fast-changing cut and thrust. In both attack and defense, competitors make full use of the long staff. Sometimes they step quickly into the air to avoid a strike to the shins before launching a counterattack. Practitioners need great concentration and dexterity at all times. Techniques include rapid grip changes, switching the weapon from one side to the other. This year's competitive match tournament was won by the Oita Prefecture team. It was decided in a tense bout between 2 vice captains. After a quick switch of her grip, Oita scored the first point with a fierce blow to the mask. The Oita team now need just one more point to take the match and championship. And with seconds to go, the vice captain lands another vicious blow to the mask to claim victory. Oita Prefecture win with a dynamic performance and are crowned Naginata champions of Japan.
So the Naginata competition includes not just younger women, but women in 40s,
All
50s,
ages.
and 60s.
Yeah, from children, you know, you get 5, 6-year-old girls doing it, right the way up. I know ladies in their 90s who still practice
90s.
Naginata, yeah.
They could do the techniques and everything?
Yeah, they sure can. And the thing is with Naginata, it's such a wonderful, lifelong sort of physical pursuit because you can do it in a way that suits your physique and your age, and you can continue right the way through your whole life. And what usually happens, we just saw the matches, and they're very, you know, they're pretty young competitors. They're very dynamic, very fast, very physical, very athletic. But as you get older, obviously your body starts sort of changing, and then the Naginata starts changing as well. It becomes more refined and more, in some ways, you know, sort of the spiritual aspects take on more precedence.
The mentalness becomes important.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're going to show us some attacks and defense today?
Okay, I'll ask Batiste to come out again.
Ooh. Exciting time.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the postures or the kamae. And the most basic posture in Naginata is this one here. This is called Chudan no kamae, or the middle stance. And we can do this from both sides.
Ooh.
Okay, so Naginata is sort of like you use the right side and the left side. From this posture, from Chudan, we can strike any technique that we want. We can strike man, we can strike snare, for example.
Okay, we learned that.
And we can defend and we can sort of attack and defend at the same time. So it's the most basic, important kamae in Naginata. And there are another 4 kamae, or postures. For example, this one here is called Jodan no kamae, which is the upper posture. And as you can see, I've left my lower body completely open, so it's quite an aggressive sort of stance. And from here, I can strike as man, or I can go on the same line and then bring it down and strike as sune as well. So it's quite a good kamae posture for attacking, but not so good for defending.
Because you're open.
That's right. And a good position for defense is gedan no kamae. Now from here you can see that I've got my lower body pretty well protected here, so he can't strike my sune. And from here I can strike his sune, or maybe I can go and thrust him in the throat. I can do all sorts of techniques from here. So it's defense, but also it's ready for a counter-attack if need be.
Fast attack.
That's right.
Right.
Another posture is called hasso. This is similar to Jodan, except it's like halfway down. This is also good for attacking, mainly. I think from here I can strike man, or I can go on the same line as man and then down for sune, or maybe I can strike kote. I can strike all sorts of techniques from this position. I can also defend. So if, for example, if he comes for my sune, I can block it. So this is useful for attack and defense. And then the other final posture is called wakigamae, and this is you need a little bit of room at the back. You put the blade behind you, so the opponent can't see. I could be making my naginata longer or shorter. I can strike from the lower body, I can strike the middle area, or I can even go over the top. Okay,
so you can do all kinds of...
It's pretty, you know, the opponent doesn't know what's going to come. It's like full of surprises. So they're the main postures or kamae. Another important thing to remember in Naginata is that it's not just random hitting. And you have to meet certain criteria for a point to be considered valid. For example, ki, ken, tai. Ki means spirit. Ken means the blade or the sword. Tai means the body. And so that means you have to strike with good posture, striking the target area with the correct part of the blade.
Where's the correct part?
This curved bit right here. It's called the monouchi, which is the striking, like the sweet spot on a baseball bat, sort of. We strike there, not too deep.
Okay.
Not too shallow, okay? Right, correctly, accurately, precisely. And as we call out, as we make the attack, we've got to call out the target name. So in this case, mam or smack. So our body and our feeling and our naginata are all working as one to make a consolidated attack.
So you really got to be focused.
You do, indeed. And let's show you some of the techniques that we do.
Okay, great.
So I asked Baptiste to attack me.
Okay.
I blocked it. Okay, out to the side, bang! So I finish off by scoring a strike to the head. Or another one where Baptiste might come for my snare. Move it out the way, man! Bang! And strike man.
So defense, attack, attack.
Exactly. Or another technique, for example, I might try and attack my kote, but I move out the way. Man! Blocks it, knocks me out the way. Ski! Okay, as you just saw, I skied with the butt end, or the ishizuki of the naginata. In naginata matches now, this is dangerous, so we're not allowed to do that.
No.
But we are allowed to use the butt end to strike sune, for example. So we use both ends of the naginata. And as you just seen, the movements are very right, left, and very circular, so it's quite beautiful in that sense in terms of the form.
Wow, thank you. So what's attractive is the attack and the defense, it changes so rapidly.
Yes, attack is defense, and defense is attack. That's the kind of mentality that we have when we're practicing with our naginata.
Wow. So Alex, what would you say is the most attractive part of naginata?
Well, I think that the fact that it is something that you can do through your whole life is really important. That's an attractive aspect. And I think also that the fact that you use both sides of the body, you don't use your physical strength. It's all technique, it's all using the weight and the balance of the naginata, and that's why it's very good for women to do, because they don't have the brute strength that men do, but you don't need it. And
you're not using your physical strength at all?
Not at all.
Not as much.
And especially with women, when you watch women do it, there's no superfluous strength. It's very beautiful to watch. It flows, it's very circular.
I quite enjoy the woman beating the male.
Everybody does. It's always an attraction at tournaments, yeah.
Right.
And I guess that's another attraction of naginata, is it has the very silent, spiritual aspects, but it also has the dynamic, sporting, competitive side as well. So it's a nice balance between the cultural side of things and the competitive side of things.
Right. So what is naginata spirit?
What is naginata spirit? I think is respect.
Respect.
Yep, always showing respect to your opponent and learning off each other as a way of life. It's sort of like a barometer for life, you know, the things you learn through naginata you can apply in your daily life. So there's many aspects that you can take away from the dojo, which is where you practice, and take into your home, or just the way that you live.
The way you live, yeah. So thank you for spreading naginata to the world for us.
Oh, well, it's that's what Baptiste and I do.
Yeah,
We work for the International Naginata Federation, and we try and spread this beautiful, noble, traditional martial art to people all around the world.
And people understand the spiritual part of naginata, right?
I think a lot of people have a lot of interest in that side of it, you know, so that's what gets them started, for sure.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for showing the fascinating world of naginata.
Thank you very much. It's
I learned
a great pleasure.
so much.
Thank you very much indeed.
Okay, so thank everybody for joining us today, and we'll see you again on Sports Japan. So go for another.